She has no problem fucking and sucking you in 2019. No problem with that. But, when it comes to a long-term relationship, when it comes to picking you for the father of her kids to spend the rest of her life with, that's a different story. Then the old hypergamy kicks in. They want the high value man. And this is the fundamental problem. That's not love, right? They don't know how to love a man. They don't know how to pick a man. They pick a man who has a good job or has a good career just because he's paying bills. Well, unfortunately, that's, like I said, that's not love. So, this is why a lot of marriages end. This is why, divorce is at 60+%. Because, people aren't marrying for the right reasons. People aren't getting together for the right reasons. Can a marriage last? Can a marriage work on those grounds? Yeah, I've seen it. Absolutely. I see it a lot. But does that mean it's right? Does that mean that that's what you should do? A woman going out and getting the best possible man she can get based upon things that aren't love, based upon his finances, based upon his resources? Is that the right way to go? Absolutely not. Is that a part of female nature? Seems to be. It seems to be, unfortunately. And then we have this question, nature versus nurture. Can that female nature, which is hypergamous, wanting to seek a man for his resources, not his character, not his personality, not based on actual love, but just his resources, can that be taught out of them? Can a parent or society or whomever teach them not to be like that? That's a good question. I don't know. That's something that I've thought about a lot, and I wonder myself. Because how could that be right? Finances is a top 3 reason for divorce. So, obviously it's a big one. Infidelity, irreconcilable differences, and finances are top 3 reasons for divorce. So irreconcilable differences, people are just not getting along. They're choosing each other for the wrong reasons. They don't have a good rapport amongst each other. They're not very copacetic with each other. They just don't get along. They fight. One of them is too selfish. They don't treat each other right. Irreconcilable differences, divorce. The other one is infidelity. Obviously, we know what that is. Divorce. The other one is financial difficulties. Oh, we don't have enough money that I thought we were going to do. Oh, we can't go do the things that I wanted to do because we can't afford it. Well, I doubt there's many men who are initiating divorce over financial difficulties. In fact, 75% of divorces are initiated by women. Some statistics even quote higher than that percentage. So 3/4 of marriages are initiated by women. And the top 3 reasons are infidelity, finances, and irreconcilable differences. So you do the math. And I think I read somewhere that men in marriages cheat just as much as women in marriages cheat. There's a myth or a misconception that men cheat more. I think it's 50-50 if you go look up the statistics. It might even be 60-40 women. Not 100% sure on that, but I think I know for sure I read recently that it was 50-50. Might have read some other stuff recently that it was 60-40, but for sure it's 50-50. So that's fair. So that means 50% of divorces, 50% of the divorces that are, it might mean this, I'm not 100% sure. It could be a different ratio, but from that statistic, it sounds as if 50% of the infidelity divorces are initiated by men, 50% are initiated by women. So that's a pretty balanced statistic. But I highly doubt, could be wrong, but I highly, highly doubt that men are initiating divorce over finances. I highly doubt that. I would put my money that women are divorcing men over finances, meaning he doesn't make enough. This is hypergamy. This is any man who has really been in the dating game, who has really dated around. He knows that women like money. He knows that a woman is sizing him up based on his income. This is why in pickup artistry, PUA, they teach you to dress nicer. They teach you to become a higher value man by presenting yourself better. What does dressing nicer indicate? Dressing nicer indicates that you have money. Dressing nicer indicates that you have a higher social value. What does social value mean as far as dressing nicer? It means you have expendable or you have extra money to spend. It means you have enough money to go out and buy nice current clothes and dress like somebody who's current. It's a social indicator that you have higher value than an average man who dresses poorly. You're not the guy who goes and shops at Walmart. You're not the guy who goes and shops at the thrift store. You're not the guy who goes and shops at the discount stores. You're the guy who can afford the nice clothes. That indicates you have high value. But if you really break that down, it indicates you have more resources. And women respond to this because that's in their nature, because that's in their DNA. Hypergamy is choosing a man of equal or higher status. I would say usually higher status. And women are all about social status. They're all about what other people think about them. Just go to their Facebook profiles. Just go to their Instagram. Go to their Twitter. It's all about them. It's all about how people like them. It's all about being social. This is why if you ever want to really hurt a woman, you just, expose her to her friends or say something to her bad to her friends about her. They hate that. Why? Because they don't want to be looked down upon, because they're all about social value. It's not about any wholesome values. It's not about any character values. It's not about any intrinsic values. Usually, We don't raise our women that way. Women are not that way. It's all about them. It's all about their narcissism. It's all about their social. So if you've been in the dating game and you know all about how women behave, all you got to do is put yourself out there like you got money. They will rather choose a guy who treats them bad or ignores them or is not very intimate with them or is not very cuddly and affectionate with them if that guy has money, if he has resources. I see it a lot. They will sacrifice intimacy and affection for a guy with resources. How many loveless marriages are out there that continue to function? Why do they function? Because the man still has a bill. He still has a paycheck to pay the bills. The man still has a paycheck. That's why those marriages function. That's why the woman does not leave. Particularly after a certain age. She can't do any better. She can't do any better. She's found the best that she could get with her bartering tools, which is her physical looks. She's found the best that she could get. She's used sex to capture the men, because this is what women do. Often they jump into sex very quickly so that the man can get hooked. And then from there, the woman decides, does he have a good enough nest? Does he have a good enough income? Does he have a good enough, can I work with this? This is what the woman decides. Particularly in today's day and age when sex is so prevalent. It's very easy and everybody likes it. And there's no more checks and balances there. There's no more, we shouldn't do that kind of thinking. There's no morality anymore, so it's very easy to put that first. Women use it. They use it as leverage. Sex is leverage. Just like the oppression narrative is leverage. Just like the feminism narrative is leverage. Sex is leverage as well. Sex is bartering. They use sex to get the man